Today we are going to be talking about rate of change and slope. So rate of change is when we have an input and an output. Our input typically ends up being an X, and our output is our Y. Our rate of change is the change in our Y values over the change in our X values. And so how much it changes by, so the difference between two Y values and the difference between two X values. So when we have a table, sometimes we might ask you to find the rate of change of something based off of the table. So to find our rate of change, what I want to do is look at the change in our Y values. And so I'm going to look at the right side of my table. I have all of my Y values here on that right side. And I'm just going to look at two Y values. So I'm going to look at 76 and 152. And I want to determine how much do those two change by. And using my calculator, I can subtract 152 by 76 and determine that going from 76 to 152, I am adding by 76. So my change in Y is a positive 76. And then my change in X, I look at the Y values, the X values that go with those Y values. So that would be 2 and 4. So looking at those two, that changes by a positive 2. So plus 2. Now you always want to reduce. And so I'm going to try to reduce this as much as possible. You can do this with your calculator, or you can do it by hand. I can, with my calculator, do 76 divided by 2 to try to reduce this, since these are both even numbers. So if I reduce my values, I have 38 over 1, and these values are representing different units of measure. So the distance traveled is our Y values, and so that's in miles. We're going to use MI for miles. And the change in our X value is our driving time, which is H for hours. So 38 over 1 can also be rewritten or reduced to just 38. And so what this rate of change is representing is that for every 38, that we're going 38 miles per hour. 38 miles per every hour. So that is what our rate of change is showing.